Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm YouTube famous now. And when you're YouTube famous, you have to do Q&As. I mean, come on now. I love every video that I do. I still get somebody that says, you are not YouTube famous. I'm like, okay, like, you think I don't know that? I'm famouser. So anyway, yesterday I posted a picture on Instagram. Let's just look at it for a second. Oh my God, can we just get a look at that picture? I posted that picture. I took it in my bathroom very, very late at night. Somebody asked me, one of the questions I got was, be honest, did you Photoshop this? I will tell you what I did in just a second. And then the second picture that I posted was me today getting my hair cut. In case you wanted to give me compliments, yes, I did get my hair cut this morning. So you can go to my Instagram. All of my lovely, lovely, gorgeous pictures are on there. So anyway, what I do for my picture, so since everybody asks, okay, is I use Camera Plus. And then if I want to... Lord, Pee-Pee, I think you gave me your cough. And then what I do is I go in there and like if I want to give it like a really artsy look, I use it's like called Clarity, and then I go in there and I usually pick like black and white or the one that's called Fashion, and it gives like these weird colors to it. So that's just what I did. But Alex was like, I showed it to him. He's like, you've posted that picture before. I'm like into so many things now. I don't even know how to get out of this. So anyway, I was like, no, I've never actually posted that picture before. Look who wants to be here. Hello. I have my SAG card, and I'm going to be in 5 movies this year, so watch out. I have the windows open behind, so he's like looking out at the squirrels. What? Squirrels. But anyway, so Alex was like, you've posted that picture before. I was like, I've never posted that picture before. I literally took it at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, let's get right into the question and answer part of this. Oh my God, my Instagram is not pulling up. How do you do a question and answer when your questions won't even pull up? Okay, so I'm gonna go through the questions that I got today, and we'll just go through them and I'll randomly answer them. And I asked people to kind of give me like fun questions, so I can tell you that I'm probably gonna answer the fun questions because I tend to Q&As always, I think not. I tend to typically always get very serious questions. So I'm gonna try to answer like the fun ones today, okay? Peter, which dead celebrity do you wish you could have met? I mean, recent, probably Prince. I adored Prince. I think, like, of anybody famous that I could have met, Harper Lee, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, is, like, hands down my favorite that I would have loved to have met. So, Harper Lee, probably. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your confidence level? Oh, that's a really good question. You know, I think, like... So I struggle a lot with social anxiety, and it's something that people don't know. They like see it on camera and they're like, oh my God, but you're so confident on camera. I'm like really not. Like I walk into rooms where I don't know people with my head kind of bowed down, and I'm very, very nervous. And so I would say it kind of depends on the day. Like if I can work myself up to being like, on your last day, you're not going to care about this and just be yourself, which is how I try to live my life on a daily basis. And I would say my confidence level is like an 8 or a 9. But on days that like my social anxiety is really feeding into what's going on with me, I'd say like a 4. I mean, I struggle. So like I have to really work to be confident, if that makes sense. Okay, do you have any tips for someone who is young and doesn't know what to do with their life? I should actually do more of like an advice video for that, shouldn't I? I don't know. Try things to find out what you don't want to do. Like a lot of the things that I found out that I didn't want to do were things that I thought I would want to do, and then once I did them, I was like, I thought I wanted to be a journalist, okay? And really, what I realized was I wanted to be a creative writer. Like I always wanted to write books or plays or things like that, or even poems and songs. For a long time, I thought I was going to be a country music songwriter. Isn't that hilarious? I would be bankrolling right now, but that's beside the point. Oh, God, I can't imagine if, like, Dolly Parton sang a song of mine. Okay, but anyway, I think that a lot in life is not so much trying out things to find what you do like, but trying out things to find out what you don't like, if that makes sense. So if you're in college, maybe taking some classes of things that you think you'd be interested in, but then when you find out, like, I didn't really like that, it was no interest of mine, then you know that, you don't want to do that. Does that make sense? Okay, Fades and Blades in Florida said, check out my cuts for the future. I did. That's kind of a long drive for me, but thank you. My Nerdy Life asked, who's your favorite EDM artist and DJ? And in case you don't know what EDM is, it stands for electronic dance music. Alex and I talk a lot about that. We have an entire website called rant.com, RAANNT.com. I'll link it below. It's all dedicated to DJ interviews and EDM festivals and things like that. My favorite EDM DJ artist at the moment, this is really trendy, but it's probably Marshmello. I'm super obsessed with Marshmello right now. But I'm an old school Cascade fan as well. Like, I love Cascade. What prompted you to write your first book? So I knew the woman that owns the boutique publishing company that I work for, that I write for, and she was really urging me to get my first book out, and she gave me a time limit, and had it not been for that, I probably wouldn't have written the book then. I'm a very lazy writer. I believe that writers write, and they get up and they just get their stuff going on a daily basis. I'm super, super lazy, okay? But lately, I have been like going to my office every day and writing, and I've just been like getting so much stuff done. So the more I have to do, the more I get done. Are you guys like that? Like, it's so weird. Like, if I have nothing to do for an entire day, like I sleep in, I go eat, I like do nothing, right? But if I have a lot of things to do, and like doing YouTube videos on 4 different channels. Okay, so if you didn't know, I have 4 different channels. They're all listed below. Go follow them all. I'm daily vlogging my life for the year of 2017. But the more I have to do, like the more I get done. So like the fact that I have to make all these videos every day really like inspires me to like get other stuff done. I am like an ideas man. I am constantly coming up with the next project, the next idea, and things I want to do with my life. So, and I'm always working on like the next book. Even when I'm writing a book, I'm always working on the next book. If you could live in any time of history, when would it be and why? Well, like, I always talk on my vlog about Prairie Days, and I used to love, like, we would act out Prairie Days, my mom and I was a little kid, but I wouldn't want to really live in Prairie Days. I think, like, to live in, like, the 30s or the 20s, I think would probably be, like, my era, and, like, of course, if I was going to live then, though, I would want to be, like, very wealthy, and go to, like, prohibition parties and things like that. Am I saying the right time periods, the 20s and the 30s? Okay. If not, correct me below. Do you think you and Alex will stay in Indiana, or have you guys discussed moving to a bigger place like LA, since that is somewhere it seems like a lot of YouTubers end up going to seek growth and opportunity? Well, it is really hard because like I'm in Indiana, there are no other YouTubers here to collaborate with. One way to build your channel is by doing collaborations. Everybody knows that. I will probably travel to LA, but I don't see us ever living in LA. It's not like on our roadmap of anywhere that we want to be. We have really been focused on moving to South Florida, Miami specifically, for probably the last 5 years. Alex came into this relationship saying, I want to live in Miami. It took me a little getting used to. I'm ready to go now too. So, and every time we go down there, we're going down there in a month, we kind of look around to see places that we want to move to and areas that we like to live. And I don't know if you're from Miami, but like Brickell is an area that we would like to live in Miami. So no, we're moving, and it will probably be within 3 to 5 years. What's your advice on being sober? I love this question, by the way. This is from Lunar Fleur, and I love this question. I read it earlier. What's your advice on being sober at EDM shows, festivals? Due to anxiety, depression, I recently decided to be sober at these events. Although I love the music and the community, it's easy to feel left out or like an outsider at times. What are your thoughts? Lots of love. Okay, so I have to tell you a true story. Alex got tickets to go to Tomorrow World in Atlanta. And this was like the first music festival that we were gonna ever go to. And I was terrified. I was like, as a sober person, I cannot do it, right? And so that year, we get media passes for a lot of things that we go to. And that year, he was like, okay, I really, really wanna go. I really, really wanna go. And I was like, okay, you go, I'll stay in the hotel room and I'll write. So I stayed in the hotel room and he went to the music festival, and I feel like I totally missed out. That same year we went to Ultra, but I was like, if we're gonna go to Ultra, I wanna get VIP passes, I wanna be able to have a place to sit down, I wanna be able to get away from it all if it's drugs. The interesting thing to me is, I smell a lot less weed at EDM festivals than I ever do at like country concerts or just pop concerts or whatever, And like while I saw a lot of people like falling out from drugs and overdosing and things like that, it wasn't that rampant. I mean, I didn't see it that much, right? So it really wasn't that hard for me, and I was really surprised. And in fact, over Halloween, we went to Haunted Fest in Columbus, and I went outside to like get some air, and there was like this row of kids, like 20 kids, and they were all just like out, like they had like were rolling out, right? And it just broke my heart. I was like, I had never seen it, but most of the music festivals that I go to are like either 18 and over or 21 and over. Like Ultra is like 18 and over or 21 and over, I can't remember. So I didn't see that a lot, but this one it was younger, and I was definitely the oldest one, so I saw that there. But I don't know, I just go there for the music and the love and the peace and peace, love, unity, and respect, you know. So, okay, how do you get through writer's block? I don't believe that there is anything such as writer's block. I think that writer's block is knowing that you have something that you need to write and being afraid to write about it. Write your truth. If you write your truth, there's no writer's block. That's what I really believe. Okay. If you could, Camden Kilby, if you could go to space, what color would you want your astronaut suit to be? My initial response to this was hot pink, just to be an ass. But I really think because I love blue, like blue is my favorite color, I would love to have like a baby blue, complete head to toe astronaut outfit. But I can tell you right now, I would never go to space. That terrifies me. Okay. How do you keep from getting distracted and discouraged when you're writing? I'm trying to write my first piece of YA fiction right now, and I lose faith in myself so easily. Well, first of all, just make sure you get through your first manuscript. Just write it from beginning to end. Any writer will tell you this. John Green, David Levithan, all of them just wrote a manuscript straight through, and the manuscript that they wrote is not necessarily the one that they ended up publishing, obviously. But just to get a story out there and to get it done, I think is just really the most important thing. Maybe set a schedule, like I'm going to write for 2 hours today, I'm going to write 2 pages today, whatever. I always put a schedule around when I'm writing. Oh, Lunar Floor, she asked another question. If you had the choice to pick the place you were born or grew up, where would you choose? Well, I was born in Chicago. It says place. I grew up in Indianapolis, but I was born in Chicago. I'm fine with where I grew up and I was born. You know, I'm proud of it, so I don't think I would change it. I think you've mentioned you'd love to live off YouTube if you could, but does that mean you'd be quit being a life coach, etc.? Because it seems like you really enjoy your work. I really do enjoy my work, but I have to be honest with you. What I think I would do is I would probably turn like 50% of my, my so-called healthy life, which is my weight loss channel, into a totally like motivation, inspiration channel, or maybe just do that completely on one of my channels. Because I really would like to do a channel that's all just about motivation and inspiration. I don't know, what do you think? And I mean, how many channels am I gonna have? 20? But it doesn't really fit with like the gossip and the drama, and so people get very confused about it. I'm doing right now more like corporate coaching, where I go in and I do like team building with places, so it wouldn't be so much that I would quit that, because I would probably continue that too. All right, what is a gay beard, and am I close to having one? So this one, smartass, is referring to the hashtag, because I hashtag it gay beard, because I'm gay, and this is a beard. Get it? Gay beard. All right. It's just to get people to see my picture, because I'm so cute. No joke. What is your favorite aspect of your relationship with Alex? We're really, like, silly together. Like, that's what I love, is just, like, you know, having a best friend that I'm totally silly with. But at the same time, the one thing I love about Alex is I'm very dominant, okay? Like, it's interesting that people, like, refer to me as dad. Like, I am very dominant. I've been very dominant in all my relationships. You know, somebody responded at one of my videos the other day, and they said, it's obvious that, like, you're the mommy and Alex is the daddy. No, that isn't, I'm sorry, but that is just not the case. And I think he'd like to think that was that way at times, but I'm very dominant, and Alex challenges me on that. And I really respect somebody that I'm with challenging me and challenging my belief systems. You know, and, like, if I have, like, 15 ideas, he'll be like, pick one. Hey, he'll be like, pick one and go with it. And so, Pee-Pee's like, I'm in charge. I'm dominant, damn it. You're just not. He's looking back now. So, you know, I think, like, the fact that he challenges me is probably, I mean, I love the fact that, like, he'll say things to me and I'll just be like I have no response, you know? Okay, I love this question, and I do not know why, but nobody's ever asked me this. What cologne, and this is from Bowman1479, what cologne did you and Alex wear on your wedding day? What's really interesting is that at the time that Alex and I got married, we both had kind of signature colognes that we wore. Mine was Michael Kors for Men, the old school one, and his was Chanel Blue. And our friend Tawny threw, Tawny and another girl, Melissa, we had a joint bachelor party, and she made these oils up with those colognes. And so it was like a joint cologne together and like this oil, and like I still wear it. I still have bottles of it in my car, and it smells so good. So on the day of our wedding, I wore Michael Kors and he wore Chanel Blue, but one of our friends bought us Prada Black for our wedding, and Prada Black will forever be our wedding scent. Like, it just reminds me of Vegas when we got married. So, okay, let's go to the other picture. This is so exciting, so exciting. Oh my God, 63, how am I gonna ever get to them? Let's see. Do you think that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is hot? Definitely. Some of these questions. Would you rather have a 4mm tapeworm or sex with Donald Trump? I don't want a tapeworm. I mean, I don't want to have sex with Donald Trump either, though. All that spray tan would all wipe on you. Trailer park girls go around the outside. Why, though? I don't even understand this question. Am I a total idiot? Her name is, I won't even say it on here. I don't, because everything's better on the outside. I don't know. Okay, some of these questions, you guys killed me. Okay, oops, porn star name, first pet plus first street. I got it backwards. Okay, first pet, so my name would be Benji Walden, if that was my... That would be my porn star name. It's really boring, isn't it? My porn star name is Benji Walden. Who'd care? Okay. People ask me a lot. They're like, would you do porn? Okay, like, listen. If I did not have a professional career and I was not a famous YouTuber, I would totally do porn in a heartbeat. Like, I am not proud, okay? And, I mean, for the best, I would do porn, like, in the 80s, okay? Like, when porn stars actually made money. Not these amateur porn stars that, like, don't make shit and then their entire lives are ruined at 19 because they did porn. But, like, if I could be, like, super famous and drive, like, I mean, if it was the 80s, I would, of course, drive a Corvette. Like, who wouldn't, right? But do you remember Corvettes? Like, those old ones? I loved those back in the day. All right. Would you rather go vegan for a year or gluten-free for a year? Vegan. I've been vegetarian. I was vegetarian for 5 years, so I could be vegan easily. Let's see. Sexy wolf daddy. Fuck me, daddy. How old and where were you when you lost your virginity? Okay, this is a good question. I was 18 years old, and I'm a golden star, so I've never had sex with a woman. I lost my virginity to a guy, obviously. And when I say lost my virginity, I'm talking about just the first time I ever messed around, got sexual. Actually, that would probably be earlier than that. But okay, so 18 was really what I officially called losing my virginity. And I was at these people's house and we were playing games, drinking games, and there was this guy there, and I actually didn't even think that he was gay, okay? And I remember he was like, had curly blonde hair, and he was like super, super cute. And he was like a friend from out of town visiting them. And anyway, we ended up staying up late and drinking, and one thing led to another, and so anyway, I never saw him again. I have no idea where he lives. I have no idea anything about him, but I do know his name, and it was Todd. So anyway, I've had it's so interesting, in my life. I've had two of this, two of this, two of this, two of this. There's certain names I would never, if I ever got divorced, ever date again. And I will say this, that I did not lose my virginity to someone that I was in love with, obviously, but I think you should, because once you lose your virginity, you realize looking back, it doesn't really matter that much anyway. So it's you should save it for somebody that you're in love with. I think it's totally a cool concept. I wish I really had. And so many people that I know today are really waiting, until they're older, and they wait until they get married or they're in a right relationship. I wish I had. I wish I could have saved that for the first person that I was really into this really cool relationship with, but I just kind of wanted to get it over. So, no, my dog's about to go crazy. And listen, and it was fun, and I had a good time, and I will forever remember Todd. So, anyway, he's probably out there watching my videos going, oh my God, I could have been YouTube famous' husband. Yeah, but you're not, so listen. No, I'm joking. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. That was really fun to do. I have so many more questions, so maybe I'll do another Q&A tomorrow. So if you want to, you can continue to go on that Instagram and just ask questions and I'll answer them. Yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Follow me on all my social media. It's listed below. And also, I am vlogging every day of my life for the year 2017. It's also listed below under Peter Vlogs. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.